It's bouncing between like 4.5 and 5.5. That's the biggest fish of the year right now for me. So guys, I have about 30 minutes to fish. The goal is to catch a bass out of this pond also. And so we're gonna fish this deck and off that deck. If we're gonna catch one, it's gonna be out of one of those two. It's too shallow everywhere else. Black swim jig, a brown football jig, and a white chatterbait. Water is really clear, so that's gonna be a little tougher too. I am really gonna spend the majority of my time working a football jig. All right, I've worked this spot with this jig. Unless I get another bite, it's football season until we get over that end. The wind's blowing in on this shore, so. I felt like a fish. I don't think it was, but it felt like one. My tail's down, but I don't think that's because of a fish. I think it's split, so that's gonna get a little bit tougher. See, what I should do is I should grab a new chunk, but I'm leaving in like 10 minutes, so. What I am gonna do is I'm going to 180 this chunk. I'm gonna rig it on here upside down. Looks exactly the same, but now it's actually on there. All right, last cast. Nope, just kidding. There we go. Oh, don't jump, don't jump. Feels like a good fish. I haven't seen it. I want to see it, but I don't want it to jump. Look at me in these rocks. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh my God. Should I just surf him here? He just choked it though. Beached. Got him. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of that thing. I actually don't know that it's not the same fish that I caught last weekend. But it feels big. It feels really big. Five, 4. It's kind of bouncing. It's bouncing between like 4.5 and 5.5. That's the biggest fish of the year right now for me. We really want him to get his time. See ya, buddy. On the scale, 5-pounder. Oh, 5-pounder, almost at the buzzer. And it is a scale. It's not official. It was calibrating at 0 before I put that fish on. It was bouncing anywhere between 498 and 507. It was stopped on 502 for a while. So that's what I'm going to call it, 502. I don't know that that's the biggest one I've caught out of here this year, but it's got to be up there. I think the other one I caught out here was longer, but that one was just heavy. Like that fish was just big and dense and just choked that football jig. I know that's not the biggest bass in the world. It's not even my PB. But considering the conditions today, it feels like it. But it is really, really cool. If I'm being honest, that's one of the coolest fish I've ever caught. Just to be able to come out here on a day where it's cold. I mean, the wind's really stopped, but I mean, it was blowing 30 miles an hour earlier. It's 55. It's Friday. It snowed Tuesday night. I'm just back in town, this is my hometown. I'm just back for the weekend from college. It's like, I didn't have any chance to fish. I didn't have any preparation or anything here. I didn't know what they were going to be eating or where. This wasn't even my one pond for the day. The conditions were so perfect elsewhere. This was my number 2 pond. Chatterbait for a minute. Just gonna rain this bad boy out in the middle of the pond. If you made it this long in the video, I appreciate you, first of all. But like, you got, like, you don't think it's 5, that's fine. Like, comment what do you think it was if you think it wasn't 5.
Alright guys, so those are some of the clips from the second pond that I fished yesterday. I'm editing this video right now, and I caught a nice fish there. I decided to throw it first in the video just because I fished a pond before that, and I'm going to show you some of the highlights from that, but it was super windy there, so I didn't really take a whole lot from that pond, so we're actually going to roll to that like right now.
Right now, this is a big jig spot for me, so it's good for lipless crankbaits, but a lot of leaves. I think it's a little early for the lipless. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm just trying to work. There's a couple nice little drop-offs over here. I'm just trying to work them with the jig. Can't tell if that's a bite or not. It's so windy. Really, the bait I feel the best about today is the chatterbait, just because it's so windy out. I might be looking for chatterbait water today. So I think that's gonna be my best chance of catching a fish. Visibility's trash up in here. That's not helping. I can't get the line to the water because I'm so high up. A lot of problems with this spot. They seem to like it when the wind's blowing. There we go. Not a big one. Thought he hit it up in there. Look at that. It's like the third cast over here in the blowing wind. It's a tiny little guy. Not much fish on this fish. He hit this thing like 3 times. It's trouble telling it was a fish with the wind, but you know, I'll take it. See you, buddy. That is my first ever bass on a football jig. You know, that wind is really gonna make this audio crusty, so just a little sorry in advance if it is impossible to hear what I'm saying. It's blowing like 30 right now in my face. But that's also why I'm fishing over here, so I'm not really gonna move because of that. I feel pretty good that he wasn't the only one over here though. Considering how quick I got him though, I'll probably work around a little bit. All right, now I'm gonna throw the chatterbait a little bit, just to go ahead and give them something that they can find. If I got one to eat a brown football jig in this, if they're active feeding fish in here, I should get them to pick this bad boy up. we may go on a little drive here. If I fish around here, I don't get bit, I may go fish the pond that I fished last weekend so I can pick up another fish. All right, well, I'm gonna call it a night because temperature's falling, it's getting dark. I gotta get home. So to the people who stayed around, I appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe, really helps the channel. And if there's anything you want to see in a future video, comment below. Make sure to make it happen if I can. And I will catch you guys in our next video. Until then, see ya.